Casey tag that is referencing Fader, a Penn State player nowadays. Gonna graduate soon, gonna leave the area shortly. So that is who Casey is, and Thass trying to win for him.
Yeah, and while Thass is trying to win for Casey, smub just here to play for fun.
I mean, are you sure?
Oh,
that's a pretty brutal activity.
And the forward air, Thass taking a lot of damage off stage. Not dead yet. Still alive.
I mean, that is certainly a start. Smub does not care. He went in with two. He went in with two side Bs immediately.
Yeah,
and, I mean,
and one of them hitting. Like, you can't blame him if it hits. The forward tilt not going to be able to catch on the 2-frame, but as we're seeing, Thass dies off stage very quickly within 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's
Smub
tough
already being able to get a legit edge guard.
We are planking as Ridley, but I will say that is something that's kind of tough with like the unorthodox game plan that you must be working against if you're Fox in this position. You kind of want to be having your opponent play in a way that's somewhat predictable and somewhat understandable, but when you're playing in such a reckless way in terms of the intention of it, then that is something that's tough to work around, as Smub is absolutely just planking that ledge and not moving away from it.
Right. Fox has, of course, a couple moves that can hit ledge with the down tilt and the down smash, but can't get a whole lot off of them at this early percent. So pretty effective for Smub. Just playing very patient, waiting for Thass to give him something, waiting for an open.
What Thass got off that is some more damage done his way, and now he's even further behind.
Well, the forward tilt gonna catch Fox on the way back to that ledge again. Going high, but gonna get up smash for his troubles, and Smub with a very commanding lead in 45%.
We are going back to ledge.
Back to the ledge we go.
And we are not going to move away from there unless he decides to do something drastic, and that is not enough.
That's hitting the shine, and now Smub has got himself back to center stage. I think he's achieved his goal with the little plank there.
Yeah, and I mean, the goal is as well as tough for Thass, because the moment he's out of ledge, now he's just in an advantage state. So it's like you're drowning, and then you get out of the water, and now you're just dipped in acid.
Absolutely, and Smub so far a pretty dominant showing in this game one. Thass is going to have to find a kill pretty soon. Fox, of course, can do that. He's got a lot of confirms. The dash attack up air, the nair up smash, nair bear, dash attack bear. He's got so many confirms that he gets to do. The back air not going to quite kill really at ledge. Pretty heavy. Not as heavy as you might expect, but heavy enough to take that hit. You got to be careful if you're going to plank here as Smub now, because a Fox down smash could potentially kill you.
He was looking for back air though. He was looking for back air for sure, and it just did not connect. And now Smub he's at kill percent for sure. Like a lot of things from Ridley, but at least set up an offstage interaction.
Yeah, the tipper forward tilt not gonna connect on that tech. Thass off stage once again, getting hit by the fireballs, getting hit by the nair, has to side B high.
Gonna trap
drag down and actually make it back to the ledge, but he's still in the corner, and the side B gonna pick up that third stock. Smub with a 3 stock in his game one.
That's one of those games that's going to be inherently frustrating if you're Thass, just on the basis of you had one chance to make things work, you got planked, and then you immediately just lost all momentum. And now you have to understand, okay, I'm getting planked, what do I do about it?
Right, absolutely.
The thing is, he started out on the down foot, and there's only really, it's so easy to just go further on that end once that happens. But with a fresh game and a fresh new lease to understand that what's happening is this planking ability out of Smub, you're going to have to figure out now, okay, this is how I deal with it, and this is the new slate that Smub has to deal with.
Absolutely. Thass definitely going to need a reset here. If the second game goes anything like the first, that's going to spell trouble for Thass.
It definitely did, because that side B first thing that hit.
Yeah, the side B off the rip. Not into extended edge guard situation, fortunately for Thass. But, yeah, already things going a little bit better for Thass, getting a lot of damage off the rip.
Yeah.
And able to get Smub up to 85%.
Those rough frame traps, man. You wonder why the planking was happening. That's kind of why, if you're on stage, it can be really, really tough for Ridley.
Right, yeah. Fox, with a very suffocating advantage state, Smub, though, very careful not to let him get into that advantage state in the first place.
Oh, the kill!
Tipper up air,
really
gonna
early.
kill very, very early.
It's such a strong move that just like, and it came out so early in Thass. Playing a character that is not bad aerial at all, but the actual air drift, the air momentum that he can go side to side is not much at all, and we're back to the ledge because of that.
Yeah, an extremely threatening move in PS2 with a pretty low ceiling. Fox gonna die extremely early to that.
No, misses that edge guard, and he's gonna pay for it with just a bit of percent. But that is kind of a rough area for Thass. You want to be able to get those, but you want to also be able to play it safe so that you don't take damage in return. And that is such a fine line to work with, and it has not been crossed just yet.
Right, if you're Thass, you want to be careful that you don't fall too far behind like you did in that first game, because Smub has been shown to be ruthless with the lead. And at 154, like Fox, you're out of actually range for a decent number of your kill confirms. You might have to hit something raw. Forward are not going to do it, and Smub up to 180%. Thass at about the same percent he died on his first stock.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough, even if you don't get up aired, just because any percent you take now is just worse for wear. And he does get the down smash there. Pretty sneaky, does get the job done. He's been pulling out 2 of those now, and that is hopefully going to make smub think at least a little bit on the twice side before doing any of that.
Absolutely, yeah. Thass finally able to punish that planking. That down smash comes out at frame 6 and kills, not early, but it kills eventually. Able to get the kill at 180. Thass actually still holding on to the second stock pretty well.
Yeah.
And able to sort of be closing this gap somewhat, but the up air gonna take it again off of that shine stall. Smub says no to that.
Right, just tough luck for Thass on that end. Again, Fox just not being able to move a whole lot in terms of air momentum. Up air is such a scary tool if you are Thass in the spot, because you also don't really have any disjoints to escape. So you might be able to get a trade at best, but you're still getting hit.
Yeah, Smub showing that early percent nair combo again to just get Thass to the ledge. He's keeping him in the corner. Thass able to fight his way up back to center stage, taking some more percent for his troubles, up to 61.
Yeah, could not escape that platform there, just get anything going. The nair just covering so much. And there, the opening just gets denied by an air dodge, and now Smub is going to get an edge guard opportunity. Probably going to work out, given that angle. Not the edge guard, but maybe something else does at least get a consolation forward tilt.
Thass is alive. He's made his way out of the jaws of death here.
This is something he's going to need, and that is great damage, but you're going to have to close it out.
Right, and the down smash gonna take it at only 100% if Thass has got Smub to his last stock.
Only 100%, that's a lot of percent, baby.
It is a lot, but it is a much better position than he was in last game, and being able to see Smub's last stock, Fox, again, has a very suffocating advantage state if he can start to get some hits in. Thass will be able to rack up damage potentially pretty quickly. Smub already up to 60%.
He didn't get what he fully wanted there, but 60% is still nothing to work against. You're gonna have to, and he's dead.
Off stage at 123, that forward tilt is gonna take it. Smub up 2 games to none.
Yeah, we're now down 2-0 if you're Thass. And something I gotta say, these up Bs are in such awkward positions that you kind of just get the automatic aerial or F tilt if you're Smub, and then even if it doesn't work, you're either just like, it's gonna hit ledge, so that's fine. But if it's on stage that's that, you're still gonna have to deal with a kind of a laggy move that you can still get punished by. So it's just, you kind of be hitting that lose-lose situation.
Absolutely. We're back on PS2, which I think Thass probably appreciated having a little more space to work on stage than he did on small battlefields. The high ceiling maybe not coming too much into his favor, but if Thass can find some kills off the top, the ceiling may come into play a little bit better.
He was using that for sure, the space to like dash out and make sure that maybe the bit of a plank and play, definitely a lot less of that this game, or that's game 2 if you will. But it's still, Smub is able to just capitalize so much off these straight hits that they're not necessarily going to hit right away, but it puts you in solid position. And if you get one more, that is where you get the real damage.
Yeah, that's actually got a pretty serious percent lead here. Smub all the way up to 109, 118 now. Oh, the up air not going to fully connect, only the first hit coming out. And Smub is alive for just a little bit longer.
No.
Getting the up smash, actually to take Thass's stock at only about 75. Smub once again, despite the position looking worse than it had so far, takes the first stock. Thass still going to even it right back up with the down smash. Yeah, he's been doing that to beat Smub's flanking. I think after that game 1, Thass does not want to get flanked like that anymore.
He's starting to get that pretty consistently now, so it really does affect how Smub is working this game. And that is something that Fox is like kind of struggles with as well in the ledge trap position in general. Down smash is something that is one of the only tools he really has to hit that ledge. So you'll have a lot of times where if he's just throwing out aerials, you just stand on the ledge, and that down smash is the way to make sure they just don't just do that.
Absolutely, and Thass actually able to get a little bit of momentum going and get a lot of damage with Smub again. Though Smub did take that first stock first, Thass is still looking like he has quite a lot of fight left in him. And down 2-0, you need a lot of fight left in you.
I mean, that's a requirement. Back here.
Up tilt back air, not going to kill yet.
Yeah,
but Smub at 118. Kill percent to a lot of things. The weak nair not going to confirm it to anything.
Nah, just like, again, Smub is at kill, they're both at kill percent here, just very different ways.
Thass getting the up smash to catch Smub dropping shield, and he's got his first stock lead of the set.
Yeah, that's super good if you're Thass. Now you get the control of the game, and that means so much if you're Fox here.
Yeah,
you
got the lead, and Thass is actually racking up a bunch of extra credit here, up to get to 76%, 86, and he's already lapped him.
This is what we expect out of Fox. You laid that one shot, and now we are at kill percent.
Right, 104, that is prime nair up smash range against especially such a big body as Ridley. The up B gonna hit Smub and get Thass back to the stage.
Yeah,
things are really coming up fast this game so far.
And that up B does quite a bit of percent on its own. The back air, for example, at the corner, gonna kill, don't need it.
Able to read the air dodge, and Thass doesn't even lose his second stock.
Don't need a back air when you can just up smash.
Showing some serious signs of life now. That first game looked so bad for Thass, but he's really done a great job to turn it around. And he really felt like he was in the driver's seat a lot of that game too.
I mean, it's kind of just a requirement where you're at that level. You got to look at these games just as individuals and not the whole picture. You can look at the whole picture in terms of like the greater narrative of how someone adapts and how someone's playing, but the individual interactions, you gotta just lay it out there and throw it under the rug and be okay. That happened then. You got to make this now.
Absolutely, and clearly Thass has recovered mentally extremely well from that first game, which like a game like that has the potential to be really demoralizing. But
carrying that momentum as well into this game 4.
Yeah, back on small battlefield again, where Smub did win the first game, but Thass has dealt 82% and so far untouched. It's up to over 100 in that back air, not going to kill, but getting quite close. Thass finally takes his first hit of trade.
Yeah, 3%. He's kind of terrible for that. He shouldn't have taken 3%, actually. He should have made that 0%, and it should be 3 stocks to 1 already. I can't believe Thass right now.
Yeah, you were talking about Thass being such a suffocating player, and this advantage state has not ended, and Smub finally able to turn things around somewhat, but he's taken 161.
That's up smash, yep.
Parried the nair, and getting an up smash. Thass is a stock lead again.
When you parry that out, you know what's coming. It's going to be up smash, and it's probably going to hit, and it's probably going to kill you. Watch for up tilt, does get the proper 2-frame. That should be a kill. Does get the job done.
Is going to take it. Smub, careful not to let this game get out of hand after the last one. And he's able to get that kill right back on Thass. The side B to even up the percents.
Another side B, starting to like game 1, but does not hit the mark this time around. Trying to go for some more honest methods this time around, and does somewhat success. But now Thass's turn.
Yeah, Thass actually able to sneak around a lot of these edge guard attempts a lot better than he was in the first couple of games. Smub is not getting as much damage off his advantage states as he was before. That's been the big adaptation from Thass so far, as well as he's found his own wins in neutral, and this game is the most even of them so far.
Pretty much. I mean, another up air on the horizon does get the job done, and now you're going to have to get out. Does get out with back air. And with how this gameplay is rolling along, Smub is really looking for these big scale interactions now, while Thass is going for the more tiptoe, the more you're trying to get the hit, I'm hitting second on you. And I feel as though they're both working out in different ways, and I feel as though once you get the hit as either side, that's when the true magic begins.
I feel like this game alone, we've seen about 9 different recovery routes from Thass. We see the shine stall into just the air dodge up to get back to ledge. Smub gonna find a side B to take the kill on Thass, but this game's still very, very close. Thass finally not able to hit that down smash. Smub getting off the ledge at the correct timing there to avoid it. And Smub able to start a string here. Thass off stage, able to get back to the ledge.
I've seen some early.
The downer up smash gonna work on a big body like Ridley.
Does get him.
Thass has got this game close.
Smub,
of course, still only 1 game away from winning the set. Thass potentially on his last stock of winner's bracket. But he's shown so much fight, and he's shown so much life.
Late on the punish for dash attack, and that is going to be the first sign of weakness coming out from Thass, I would believe, in this stock. And that could lead to something bigger, because that weakness is going to be cracking into something bigger. We might have a 3 Mile Island situation.
Yeah, Thass able to get some damage down. Smub up to 41%. Once again, an extremely close game all throughout. Players are going basically tit for tat here, stock for stock, hit for hit.
Yeah, you see, prioritizing the laser as well is something that Thass has been doing. You don't necessarily want to interact with Ridley all the time because you're not always going to win. So you might want to just tack on that little bit of guaranteed laser damage to make sure you at least get something. Or else, you know, rather than just like the all or nothing, you want to get the something for nothing.
Exactly. As Fox got to use your superior mobility a little bit in situations like this. That up smash not going to connect on Thass, who's up to 87% now. Smub up to 117. This is a genuine last hit situation here.
Yeah, watch for back air. Does watch for back air. Gets the forward air, and now we are at an even spot. And I steal Smub. He's at the good spot. He is hitting all the aerial denial moves, but still gets back air.
Get out of the corner and hit a back air. Smub able to get off the ledge with another forward air. And Thass is cornered once again.
Same overall spot, but Thass does
Smub pressing so many moves. Thass not getting hit by any of them.
The grab does not hit. That is so close for the grab's not hit. The spine B not making this mark, but we are on a planking situation, and we are expecting some back air action coming out from Thass.
The climax of the game, it slows down to a crawl with that plank.
Yeah, sometimes when you slow that down, the momentum, it can be all you need.
Attack, the back air
does not get the job done.
Smub able to get past it with down air. And the back air going to shield poke Ridley. And Thass able to clutch it out at extremely high percent, and we're going to game 5.
I mean, yeah, that is just you have to make those situations work out. And smub, he threw out so much. He threw out so many aerials and threw out so many tilts. But Thass just dodged almost all that he needed to and is stepping up to the plate and making sure he is making his mark in this bracket. Fair means or foul.
Yeah, after that game 4, Thass with a wide grin on his face. That game 1 was extremely rough, but Thass has really turned it around. He's got all the momentum in the world right now. We are back on small battlefields, but Thass just took the last game here. Both players taking 1 game apiece on this stage.
Yeah, going for the side B again. Big
not going to catch Thass, getting over it with that side B of his own.
The big game has
smub
been playing.
Going back to what worked in game 1, able to stay on the ledge. Thass able to punish the get-up option.
Oh, he's bringing it back on stage. You saw that up tilt? He doesn't want it to be playing like that. He wants it to be on stage where I believe Thass is so much more confident in terms of the ability to just whip punish and make sure things count. Because smub, he has been throwing out a lot of stuff and it has been working out semi, but I feel like with how Thass is playing, it's a lot less in terms of just area denial and more I'm going to hit you.
For sure, a lot of damage on this advantage state for Thass. 1 fireball going to hit, has to recover from very low. Smub not going to be able to get the F tilt 2 frame there. And Thass is able to come back again from an edge guard situation. Smub has not been hitting as many of those as he did in the first couple of games.
Yeah, but these
Thass's stocks have lasted so much longer.
Dash attack, that's the job done.
Dash attack, gonna get it. Thass crawling back out of the jaws of death, right back into them with that really dash attack.
Yeah, problem is, though, that forward air is so consistent.
The up smash, gonna even it right back up.
Yeah, forward air is so consistent off ledge, though. That is going to have to be addressed again because I feel that was the catalyst to Thass losing that first stock, and you're going to have to adjust in order to not take unnecessary damage and not lead into unnecessary kills and perhaps an unnecessary tournament loss as Thass is getting the Vortex started.
Yeah, doing a lot of damage. Smub, good combo escape there. Fox can obviously do so much damage to you.
Early air dodge, prime
good to only save 44%. And in fact, he's got the percent lead here. Fox, a pretty fragile character on 92%, especially Ridley with all of those strong kills. That's evening the percents back up. This game is so back and forth.
When I feel like it's boiled down to the same advantage state for both players. They're hitting each other in advantage state. They're hitting their up tilts, and they're smacking them with the up airs inside. He's going to get the
side B. Smub going to get Thass onto last stock.
Oh, that grab was
Thass getting
nice.
a grab. Smub still alive on his second stock, getting the back air.
Yeah, not really even that close to killing, but watch the forward air does not get the punish. Perhaps not great for him.
Is Smub going to be able to find any extra credit on this last
he
stock?
Is.
He is. Thass able to get out of it with the shine.
Oh, the up smash is not with
a nice combo escape.
No punish, though, out of Smub. Very confident.
That up smash is going to land. We are in game 5, last stock.
26% Jimmy McMurray numbers, and you got to be as good at him as making these saves.
The Nair, Thass is able to side B, up B again, back airs, and Thass is going to die to that back air. Smub able to clutch it out in game 5, almost getting reverse 3-0'd, but able to take the stock with yet another edge guard in the end. Smub is going to be moving on to winner's side of top 32.
Man, how unfortunate is that if you're on the Thass's end? Not only do you lose that set, but like it's also the way it ended. You were on last stock, you're trying to make things count, you're trying to drag it out, and then you just die almost immediately. That is such a harrowing situation on your end because you just had nothing to work with, and you just immediately are taken out of the picture without really much of a chance of parole.
For sure, and we saw quite a bit of that in those first games where Smub won in pretty dominant fashion. That back air on the edge guard, so strong.
Yeah,
when
see, he
Fox
drifted.
is forced to up B, and you know where he's going to go.
He drifted back just a little bit on that side B before coming through, and I believe that did prime Smub better for the backer to end it all. He might have been able to recover in the spot that he would have been all forwards, but I'm saying this as someone who understands the perspective of what happened in the past, and that is just not something you can always be